Hey everybody, Steven here, and today going over an update from the Subnautica devs in regards to yesterday's news where Krafton has let go of the two founders of Unknown Worlds, and they've now replaced them with Steve Paputsis, who is going to be the new CEO at Unknown Worlds. So with all of these articles that they post on the website, there's never a person that is credited with writing the article, so I don't know who wrote this, but let's go over this. It says, a letter to our community. Hey Subnauts, we know that you have a lot of questions and concerns about the news from our publisher regarding the leadership changes at Unknown Worlds. First, we want to take a moment to reflect on the vision and core values of exploration and discovery that have defined Subnautica from the very beginning. They have not only shaped the identity of the entire series, but they continue to guide how we think, build, and create every day. We believe strongly in those values and are dedicated to upholding them in Subnautica 2. We're also supporting Steve Paputsis as he transitions into his role as CEO at Unknown Worlds. He's already expressed his excitement to check out everything we've been working on and is diving into supporting our ongoing vision and journey to releasing Subnautica 2 early access. When it comes to Subnautica 2, the team that has been working on the game day to day over the last few years remains completely unchanged. That team includes veterans of the Subnautica series, dating back to the earliest days of the original Subnautica, to the many incredible and talented developers who came aboard to help us bring our vision for Subnautica 2 to life. The world and experience we've been crafting is something that we're all extremely proud of. From the story we're hoping to tell to every creature, big and small, down to the tiniest rock. We want to reassure you that Krafton feels strongly about supporting that vision at the studio as we continue to navigate the game towards early access. Our commitment to open development and crafting Subnautica 2 alongside our community during early access hasn't changed. We believe strongly in listening to your voices and have already received invaluable feedback from hundreds of community members who have participated in early playtests of the game. We want to ensure, along with full support from Krafton, that Subnautica 2 meets the highest quality standards and delivers on your expectations. While we work closely with Steve and get him up to speed with all of the amazing work the team has already done on Subnautica 2, we also understand that it means we'll need to ask you to remain a little patient and support us as he comes on board. An update to our schedule and more information, including the early access timeline, will be coming soon. One final thing that we want to address, as we've seen some additional concerns about it, nothing has changed with how the game is structured. It will remain a single-player first experience with optional cooperative multiplayer, no subscriptions, no loot boxes, no battle pass. We want to thank you, as always, for your incredible support and enthusiasm for Subnautica 2. We've seen so many of your messages and well wishes for the studio and development team, and we're all incredibly grateful for everyone. Keep diving. So there it is. To me, I'm not sure obviously who wrote this, but it definitely reads and feels corporate. It could have been anybody on the team that wrote this, but there is a certain language, there's a certain tone that they have to take. So I understand that there is a particular approach to this. I've seen this from other companies when we look at Bungie and what's going on with Destiny 2, what was going on with 343 when it came to Halo. The biggest thing I personally want to see in a moment like this, and I know a lot of other people want to see this as well, is just have some transparency. Be frank with us. Do a video. Just tell us what's going on. And I have yet to see that in any of these situations where this happens with a game studio, a company, where they just have somebody do a video and really air everything that's going on in that moment and what they're wanting to do, how they're trying to handle it, because otherwise what you're letting happen is speculation, which, based off the comments of the last video, a lot of people are like, hey, I'm done with the game. Like, if this is where it's going, I don't even want to mess with it. I think those people will eventually change their mind because the curiosity of just trying the game is going to be there. But I understand the frustration. I've also seen a small percentage of people just saying, hey, wait, let's see what is going on. I would say that same thing, because with this, the main team is still here. And I'm very hopeful that Krafton does not push the team hard in a very negative way where we see some of these people start to leave. If I start seeing that, then I'm really worried. Right now, we still have the core team. We have Obraxis still there. A lot of the other artists, a lot of the people, like they said, that have been working on the game for a long time, dating back to the original Subnautica. We still have Danya, the community manager. And so that keeps me really hopeful that we're still on the right path to a really good follow-up here with Subnautica 2. I'm not trying to underplay what happened, because that still really sucks. I don't like seeing this, because then you start to think, hey, in the next year or two, what else are we going to see? And that's where I feel right now we're on shaky ground. We start seeing other changes that are really big for the team start to happen, and now this thing's kind of falling apart. But until then, I'm a bit on edge with all of this, but I'm still somewhat reserving judgment, because I do believe in the core team. And like I mentioned in that last video, I've been fortunate enough to interview some of these people and talk with them and have some type of correspondence, and they work really hard on this game. And so I know with all that work, this is affecting them on a personal level, because you're talking about the people that founded the company that they work for, and now there's a big shakeup, and I can only imagine what they're thinking and going through right now, on top of all the comments and speculation and everything else that is being thrown their way. But this leads me back to gather everything together, let it settle for a second, but then somebody needs to put out a video. Just face to camera, explain what's going on, be transparent, kind of revitalize a lot of people's faith in the team and what's going on and how everything's going to move forward. And I think if they did that, you would just put a lot of people's nerves at ease, and the speculation going on right now would start to calm down a little bit, because unfortunately, the second you see stuff like this, there is some type of shakeup. Everybody's like, it's over, it's done, this is never going to come out, or you're going to add all these things, even with them addressing it, right? No battle pass, no loot boxes, still focused on single player. People just start to get wild with everything in regards to their speculations, where they're like, it's all done, they're saying that now, but the game will be out a year, they're going to throw that in there anyways, it doesn't matter. Face to face with the camera, let's get somebody to talk to us as the player base, and not just an article, like something that feels more personal, and just calm everybody's nerves with everything that's going on. And going back to 343 and everything that happened at launch, and we had these articles that came out later, there was so much speculation going on. Then you had some of the top devs basically saying that they were leaving, and then it's speculation, are they leaving or are they getting fired? And all this stuff went down, and at no point was there any direct communication as to, hey, I know this is scary, but here's what's going on, here's what we're trying to achieve, here's how we're going to move forward, here's what's actually happened. Instead, it was just these updates on the game. But at that point, everybody's like, why would I continue to play this? I don't even know what's going on at your studio. If I invest time in this and then everything's shut down, or it doesn't go great, or not getting updates here in the next couple months, what's the point? And so I really hope they do this to avoid that same situation, because if you look at the player base for Halo Infinite, like, it just dropped off. And with Bungie, that happens a lot. I mean, all the stuff you see coming out, regardless of Marathon and the whole situation there, just with Destiny 2, when you have these massive layoffs after one of their best expansions last summer, like, that makes everybody unsure of where the game is going. And so you look at the new one coming up here next week with their new expansion, and it's like, do I want to pay for that? Like, I've seen so many things about people getting fired and let go and issues at the studio, I'm very hesitant to want to continue to play your game. Like, that faith starts to slowly go away, and I don't want that to be the same situation here with Subnautica 2. But that's just my opinion. That's my thoughts on this. I want to hear from everybody. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about the first little bit of information that the dev team is putting out there in regards to the news yesterday? What do you think the move is for them moving forward? Are you still excited about the game? Are you nervous? What are you nervous about? What are you excited about? Let me know, like I said, in the comment section. I love seeing all that stuff. If there's any more news, I will definitely make another video on this. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.